Hello, today I'm trying a new format. It's a technology press review. I will talk about things that was interesting to me in the press in the previous days. And I will just do a quick summary. So if you want to go more deep into the topics, I invite you to check the links in the description of this video. So I will start first by talking about the hack to improve the loading time on GTA Online. So GTA Online is a video game that is very slow to load on all computers for some reason, and someone was a bit upset about it and decided to investigate why his computer was taking so much time to start a GTA Online session. So he first compared with computers that are much faster, and realized that even though computers that are much faster, they still are very slow to load. So it was something that's a bit fishy for this. And he also looked at what his computer was doing while it was loading, and he realized that the computer was not doing much, spending a lot of time computing things, but not doing much else. So he did smell that something was wrong in the code of GTA Online, and did use some tools to find out which part of the code was wrong. And very quickly he found a part of the code that was used a lot, really a lot, and probably too much. So he wanted to analyze which part of the code. So GTA Online has some obfuscation, like the code is... the application is not very easy to analyze because they don't want people to hack or to make cheats or they don't want people to cheat or to make hacks on the application. So it's a bit more difficult than a classic software. But even though it was the case, this guy managed, and he explained very well how he did it. But he used a few software and found out that the issue was, in GTA Online, you can buy items or whatever. You can with real money and virtual money, I guess. And there is a list of 63,000 items. And this list is at the same time very small for a computer, but quite big. And if you do something stupid with a list, it can be very slow. And GTA Online is doing something very slow because when it's loading the list, it's checking the size of the list for each number in the list, which is for some reason very slow, and it spends minutes to do that, which is not good and can be avoided. So that has been done. So he replaced some part of the application. So instead of trying to see the size of the list for every number, he changed it. So once it has been checked once, you keep it in memory, and the next time you already know the size of the list, so you don't have to do it again. And by doing this small change, the loading times have been improved a lot by 70%, which is huge. So it's still not super fast to load, but it's back to normal. So the conclusion is it's a very simple fix, and GTA should be fixed. Is fixed is just a hack that is not a permanent solution. So it may seem like it's a very simple mistake that is easy to detect, but it's some people realized after this news was published that it can happen. And for example, this person is developing software to open 3D models and realized that some part of his software was having the same issue. And some people also realized that other tools had the same issues. So I think the problem of GTA was that no one bothered to check why it was so slow to load, and no one bothered in the company to check and to fix the problem. But the mistake is, it's fine to do such a mistake. So now I will talk about Flock. It's a Google solution to replace tracking cookies. So they announced that they will stop using cookies to track people to sell them ads. And instead, they will use Flock, which is something that is, let's say, better for privacy, and also keeping about 95% of the ad revenues and conversion. The difference is instead of tracking someone and following this person everywhere, they will put you in a box or small groups or small box. And for example, they will detect that you are interested in ponies. So they will put you in the box of ponies user. If they detect that you're interested in cars and flowers, they will put you in the box of cars enthusiast and the flowers enthusiast. And then they developed a system so ads company can collect this information and provide ads based on this box. So they wrote some drafts. So it's a draft. So it's not a standard. So there's no. We don't know if Firefox and Safari will implement it or another browser, but they are pretty serious about it. Yes, the thing is, it doesn't change much if you use a tracking cookie or Flock to track people because it's about the same. You are still tracking people. So instead of putting one single identifier, you just have a few other identifiers, but the problem is the same. You are still tracking the user. So it doesn't change much, and it's not good for privacy. It's perhaps an improvement. I'm not sure, but it looks good for Google, but in the end, it's the same. So the next thing I want to talk about is about the SolarWinds hack. So SolarWinds has been hacked by some hacker group. I think I'll go to the English page. And thanks to that, they hacked a lot of companies and the government agencies in USA. So SolarWinds, it's a company that is not very well known by normal people because they are making boring softwares for companies and governments about managing IT infrastructure, so computers, network, clouds. It's boring. But if you hack this software, you can hack a lot more because you can bounce back. So it's very nice. So this is the software that has been hacked. I personally don't really understand everything they say on this marketing page, but you can see it can do a lot to monitor and manage service companies and governments. So it's a very nice thing to hack. So how it has been hacked, that was a big question. So how it has been hacked, it's a big question, and a lot of focus has been put on one password that was SolarWinds 123, which is a terrible password, and that was accidentally leaked by an intern on GitHub a few years ago. And the CEO of SolarWinds blamed the intern, maybe, but I don't think it's a password problem or the intern fault that SolarWinds has been hacked. Because some people think it's Russia behind the hack, and if it's such a group of hackers behind the hack, like a state or professional hackers, they would have found a solution anyway, because it's such a nice thing to hack. So that was one of the main comments or this point of discussion in the community of hackers, like, yes, the password was terrible, and maybe that's why they have been hacked so easily. But if it was not for the password, they would have found some other solution to hack SolarWinds. And maybe SolarWinds could have been very secured, but it was obviously not the case. So to continue on the hacks, about 30,000 companies have been hacked through email server from Microsoft. So it's a hack that has been discovered recently. And a group of hackers, we don't really know whom, maybe China, some people say, maybe not, we don't know, did use a hole in the email server to collect data from many companies. It's a very big hack, and a lot of companies are impacted, so it's pretty bad. So if you have an email server from Microsoft, you need to do the update as soon as possible, of course. And you can also check if you have been part of the companies that have been hacked. So now we'll talk about a paper showing a technology to detect political orientation from profile pictures. So the political orientation is very simple. It's liberal or conservative, but the artificial intelligence is pretty good at guessing it. Humans, they have about 55% accuracy, while the artificial intelligence is about 72. And it's not about the color of the skin or the ethnicity clues. It's really like, because when there are people that look similar and same age, same gender, and same skin color, whatever, it's still about 70% accuracy, which is still a lot better than humans. So it's interesting. So we can only guess how it's used, like what the artificial intelligence used to guess. Artificial intelligence are also very good at guessing the personality and the sexual orientation. So just one more example of using artificial intelligence to guess things. And of course, it can have some impact on the society because it can be dangerous to have such easy detection. The next thing I want to talk about is someone making a machine to kill mosquitoes with a laser and a neural network. So it's an interesting and funny machine. So it's an interesting and funny machine that you can see a picture from that is not that good at killing mosquitoes yet. And the mosquito is in a box that is very small and it's a bit slow to detect where the mosquito is. And then it needs to, since it's a bit slow, it needs to guess where the mosquito will be. But it's still, it works. And it's a proof of concept that it can be a solution to kill mosquitoes that are a vector of disease. So that's about it for this technology press review. I hope it was interesting. If you want to know more about it, you have the links in the description of this video. And thanks for watching. Remember to subscribe and have a nice day.